welcome back to WRPL. It's the podcast where we talk about all the things we're watching, reading, playing, and listening to. My name's Ben.
And I'm Steve.
Welcome back, Steve.
Welcome back to you, Ben. We're back in your apartment.
Yeah, every once in a while we have it here. This is like our third one this year, I think.
Switch up the venue, keep it fresh every now and then.
Yeah. Once again with us is Nick.
How you doing?
Today we are talking about It, Welcome to Derry, Season 1 and...
Chapter 1.
Oh, that's right. Chapter 1. And Wake Up Dead Man, the third in the Knives Out movies. As always, we're going to have to start with a roll, and I don't have a die, so we're going to... Oh my god, where'd it go? There we go. All right. I'm going to just hit start. Steve, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Oh, you fuckface, 19.
Ask, bitch.
All right.
Unbeatable.
Nick, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
13.
13, not bad.
Nick always rolls pretty good.
Yep.
All right, now you guys want to make a guess on my 7?
I'm going to say it's going to be a 1.
Oh, okay. Closing my eyes and stop. 6.
Oh, 7 minus 1.
All right, well, fuck me, whatever. It's just a dice roll. Anywho, so I only have one bit of news or trailers to talk about, and the Supergirl trailer came out. You guys watch that?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Cool.
What are your thoughts? Yeah.
Yeah. It's a trailer.
Yeah. I'm. It's a little murky, and I wish it was a little brighter.
Yeah.
Especially the comic has like really crazy visuals, and this just felt kind of Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But it's just a teaser. We'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm going to see it, but I wasn't necessarily like blown away by the newest Superman, so I'm keeping my expectations maybe not low, but like below medium.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I hope it's great and fun and a good time, but we'll see.
Did you hear about the Avengers Doomsday trailer schedule? Yeah, I know. They are not going, or they say they're not going to put it online. They are doing, back in the olden days, it's going to be attached to Avatar. And the first week of Avatar will be trailer 1. Second week, trailer 2, trailer 3, trailer 4. And they said each of the trailer is going to focus on different characters, have a different tone. And it's like, that's
so
smart.
See Avatar four times
in order to see it. And then, someone's going to pirate it. They'll eventually get online. But that's what I want. Like, you want to help revitalize the movie theater? You keep trailers in movies. Don't put them online until a week later.
I agree with that part of it, but not the 4 different ones each week. Come on.
I don't know. I think it's a fun idea. No one's forcing you to.
But I want to see all 4.
Sure.
So hopefully they're online eventually.
Hey, we got the Regal Pass. You show up, you watch the trailers, and you get out of there. You take a prime seat right in the middle, and then you leave so no one else can have it. All right, well, Steve, as always, you got the highest roll, so what do you want to talk about?
I'll make this brief. I finished My Hero Academia Season 8. It's the final season of the series.
I feel like you already talked about this.
No, I watched it yesterday. It just
seems like you've already said there was a finale to that show, and it was already done. Like, we already had this conversation.
Probably a season finale.
Okay, all right.
Last year.
Maybe I'm Pennywise, and I'm just experiencing it all front to back.
And for later.
if you can, tread lightly with what you say. But I mean, still, let me know how it was, because I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But I mean, like, just, do your
What
thing.
season are you on?
I'm on. This is season 8. You said
Season 8.
I haven't seen any of 8. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, pretty much, other than the first season, the other seasons are 25 episodes apiece. This season is, I think it was 11 or 12. So it's half the episodes, but I think has the full budget of 25.
Okay.
Because this final season, they fucking went off. And like, I'm a fan of this show just because it makes me feel good. But I wouldn't say it's like the best show by any means, because like characters don't really like grow or change that much, except for like the one rival character who now becomes his best friend in the end or whatever, like that classic anime trope, which is like whatever. Um, but just like from a, if this is your final season, they did a really good job in terms of just like animation is upped, action sequences are really fucking cool. And ends in a satisfying way. I'm someone who kind of like jumped into the manga and it was just like reading it weekly. I forget where I jumped in at, but it was I enjoyed reading that and like seeing it come to its end uh, and kind of like the best case scenario. I had a good time and I'm interested to see like. I know there's this new show that's on season 2 where it's called like My Hero Vigilantes. Haven't seen any of it. Don't really care about it. Probably won't watch it.
Okay.
But I've been
Are these people who didn't get into the school, but they're doing their own thing?
no idea.
All
Like,
right.
like I said, I don't know anything about it. And I enjoyed all the My Hero movies, and I would not be surprised if we still get more from this franchise. But just from a final season, had a blast. So long in the show, but I'm glad I never have to like care about it again because I'm not an anime guy.
You know a show's good when you can't wait to stop watching it.
No, I really
went on
enjoyed
a
watching it.
little.
It's just I've been watching it for 9 years,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with
But
it
hey, at
being
least
done.
it's one of the animes that like they're cranking them out and they're not taking forever between seasons.
Yeah, it there was a new season every year, except for like COVID year, I think. So it was
Mm-hmm.
8 seasons in I believe 9 years.
Cool.
So,
And have you seen all the movies?
yes,
You're next to the last one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now all the movies are essentially the same movie with just kind of like a similar villain,
Mhm.
power wise, but it's still a good time.
Yeah, I like all the movies a lot. Definitely. I need to catch up on this final season. And also, great job. You didn't like spoil anything and you got me hyped. So now I need to watch that.
Well, Nick, you're next. You got anything else?
I got one.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I don't really think I do actually, honestly.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just
you
here to hang.
do, and it's my thing, so we'll talk about it.
Yeah, unless you want to talk about the Street Fighter trailer, but I guess we already texted about that kind of.
Yeah, I mean the Street Fighter trailer looks fun.
It's also just a teaser.
It's a teaser, and it's probably going to be dog shit,
I think so,
but
but maybe hopefully fun
at
dog
least the
shit.
fighting looks good. The fights may be wire work or whatever, but it looks fun. We haven't
Yeah.
seen any like Hadoukens or anything like
No, and
that.
Akuma was like a flash,
Hmm.
and you couldn't really see how the effects looked. It's a weird cast.
It really
The
is,
50
but
Cent seems
he's
old.
too old. Like you go back 15 years,
Sure.
he would be perfect. But
Yeah.
that hairline is exact. Everybody looks like their character. And when I saw
Yeah.
the casting, it was like, nah, that guy's too small. No, I don't like this. Everybody looks pretty damn good. Like,
Yeah.
especially Zangief and E Honda and Dawson. They look
Yeah.
spot on.
It's
Like
like the Bison. I'm not a huge fan of that dude as
yeah,
Bison.
it's just like when they got Raul Julia. It's like, is that the person? Because every time you see Bison, he's so wide, he's so
Big.
thick necked, and
Yeah.
like they even made Ryu bigger. In the last game, all the dudes are like really kind of huge, but Bison should be like a thicker dude. And it's like if you need someone who's at least a good actor, and that's the role. If you look at the old Street Fighter movie, everyone's garbage in that, but Raul Julia is having a great time, and he
Yeah.
really makes that movie. So maybe that's the same sort of idea, but he
I
is a weird choice.
I just wish they could get someone a little more because I don't know. I haven't played a ton of Street Fighter games, but when I always every version of Bison I've seen in the games is big and
Yeah,
scary. I mean,
yeah.
he's the final boss gun, you
Mm-hmm.
know, for most of them. I don't know. So I wonder if they struggle to find someone who's big and intimidating, but also can act.
Yeah.
Like I think of some. I'm not saying Alan Richson, but someone as big as
Sure.
him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a good one either, but he also fight in like one of the more recent Reachers. He fights a guy that's even bigger than him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Wait,
know.
doesn't he fight Zangief? Isn't that the
Oh, is that
bigger guy?
Zangief? Oh, totally could be.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It's just weird Bison, and then there was and then the 50 Cent, and then
The dude playing Vega, that seems like you picked a guy just because he wears a mask in real life.
oh
Why?
yeah, and then wait, who is the Andrew the
He's
comedian?
Dan Hibiki. He's like the
Yeah.
joke character, and you know,
What a weird.
you have him show up to get absolutely demolished in the first match, and then you don't see him again. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But I heard he may be like Ken and Ryu's manager or something.
Oh,
I,
I just don't want to see him kicking ass or
yeah,
anything.
I just don't want to see his stupid face,
Or
you know?
that too, but
Just
like
stop giving this guy any work.
it's so
Guys,
weird. And then
uh,
Volkanovski is that guy Joe, who
yeah,
I don't know that
Joe.
character.
Yeah, he's a
Lesser known.
newer, I think, or maybe
Yeah.
he was in the very first Street Fighter, but he never caught on until they made him later. I'm not 100% sure on that character,
I'm
but
not. I mean, I don't think anyone in this. I don't think anyone in this movie is going to be trying to act good. It's
yeah,
probably all going to be over the top. That being said, I don't see Alexander Volkanovsky being a good actor at all.
he's
But
giving it his all in that
and
trailer.
then what we saw in the two
Yeah.
seconds. So yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely watch it. I don't know if
hmm
you've ever seen like Tekken, but the live
I
action
did
Tekken,
see Tekken.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I
This
think.
looks about
Wait,
the
no, I think I saw DOA.
okay. So no.
Yeah.
Tekken. I think this looks about the budget of Tekken. Maybe they have even a little bit more money, and I kind of have a it's a guilty pleasure kind of thing.
Okay.
The first Tekken, there's like the
Mm,
second one I'm not bothering much, but yeah. So
okay.
it doesn't even look like it would go to theaters honestly, but it's saying it
Yeah,
is.
I
So
know.
cool.
I'm more excited for this than I am for Mortal Kombat 2. And
Yeah,
I like the
yeah.
stories of Mortal Kombat more than I like the stories of Street Fighter. I played more Mortal Kombat,
Same.
but uh, it's kind of interesting that we have both of them coming out the same year. So that's fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see which one ends up being better and which one makes more money. Probably both Mortal Kombat, but you never know.
Yeah. All right. Well, the only thing I watched is the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
did
did.
you watch that?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, this is for
Oh,
you and you
oh,
and
okay.
me. You did. That's what I said. You did watch
Okay, I
something.
have something. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, that's what you're talking about.
So this is a remake of an old horror franchise of a crazy guy in a Santa suit killing people. But those movies are terrible. There's like six of them. They're
Never
all
seen
bad.
any of
The
them.
second one is like half of it is recapping the first one, so you could get that real deep lore. Um, and they just kind of suck. They're just not what they should be. If you want to watch a Killer Santa movie, watch like Santa Slays with Bill Goldberg. Yeah, like
I've seen
that.
a lot of clips of that.
Like that's more of a what I expect. Or watch Violent
Or
Night.
Violent Night,
You
yeah.
know, but I think the best way I could sum it up is like this movie is shit, but
Uh,
it's a fresh new take that I kind of dig.
okay.
And so, like, for those who care, a young boy's family is killed by a killer Santa, and that killer Santa was possessed with another killer Santa at some point. And so the young boy touches his hand, now he's possessed with the man who killed his family. And every Christmas, he has to kill one person every night up until Christmas Day. It's the Advent calendar. I like it. It was kind of like a Dextery thing, how he like put a little smear of blood on each day
Yeah.
of the Advent calendar, and you can see over the years how it's like built up and crusty. And
Yeah.
the possession voice is just in him going like, hey, I know who the bad guys are, and like that
The
the
naughty.
naughty ones.
Yes.
And it's like that person, is shit to his wife or is a child
And like
molester.
shows it like that's what you're saying is all correct also, but I was gonna say like he shows it to them kinda, and
Hmm.
you don't know that until later,
Yeah.
like that's what they're doing because like the flashes are so quick, but
Hmm.
like he's able to like give them a clue of who the naughty person is and like what their crimes are,
Yeah. He's kind of like
It's like a superpower
in
almost.
Unbreakable.
Yeah,
He could see the worst thing that person has done, and he
yeah,
goes and kills him. And which I like. And it's not he's breaking into sororities and killing teenagers. He's killing bad people. And at
yeah,
one point, he's following this really shitty woman, and it's a Nazi rally. So it's like, oh, I'm not just going to kill her. I'm going to kill them all.
yeah.
So that's fun. But I think is it not as quirky or not as dark? It feels like it needs a better director, like a James Gunn. I think could have handled this better, or an Edgar Wright, someone who has a little bit of flair and style with what they do. And this felt just a little meh.
It's kind of dull,
It's
like how it
dull.
looks, how it's shot,
The actors are just
kind of
whatever. They're not
stiff. It
bad,
looks
but they're
stiff,
not
kind of.
great. But then there's things like that creepy ball pit underneath that trailer, and like, ooh, that's some scary imagery of these children just in a ball pit.
Yeah,
And
and yeah, I like that scene too.
yeah,
Like I told you, it's definitely a mixed bag because there'll be moments of things like for the first while, when you first hear the voice talking to him, it's kind of like, this is corny.
Yeah.
Because it's a guy literally straight up having conversations with him, and it's just kind of corny. Like, at first, I wished it was more he catches his reflection in like a puddle or some glass, and the reflection is like that guy's face talking to him, and definitely not just him talking like with that voice.
Yeah.
Instead, it felt cheap at first that we were just hearing this voice. But then you get kind of used to it, and then I like things about it because I definitely like him explaining, like in that scene you were just talking about the ball pit, like, wait, pause, he's exactly right there. Like him explain
a little to the left, and like he could sense the evil
and
regardless.
exactly what he's doing. He's got a knife to her neck. Like I like that was like probably I don't know why I like that, but it was like the only way this is gonna work is if you do exactly as I say.
Yeah.
Like I thought that scene was kind of cool, but like a lot of times listen to him, just hear the voice until like, you learn more of what the voice is and everything. Like because they definitely breadcrumb you. I had a lot of questions about like why he was doing this and for what and yeah, I don't know. Like I said, a mixed bag because there's moments where I'm like, I kind of like that, but then a lot of stuff I was like, I don't know.
But at least the gore is, pretty bloody.
But so from the studio Terrifier or whatever, they're like touting that. It's definitely not nearly as gory.
No.
Like in the not the Nazi scene, which I was hyped for as well. I like that whole scene, but it just wasn't. It felt like it needed to be bloodier or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like he gets someone in the stomach and the guy turns around and his guts are hanging out, but it just looks like fake guts.
Yeah, that was really cheap. Like I don't think it definitely didn't have the budget of even the Terrifier movies. I don't even think maybe even the first one. It felt very cheap. So props on what they were able to accomplish.
Yeah, what they were able to do with what they had was pretty good.
Yeah,
and it's a definitely step up from the original. So if another one came out, I'd be slightly interested, especially with how it ends and he dies and now she's possessed with it. So, like there's potential here. Maybe we'll have, well, I can't remember his name, but it's like Silent Night versus Art the Clown. You have.
I mean, my theater had a good amount of people. Granted, there was only like 2 show times in a day.
Yeah.
Or one.
Yeah.
But
I had an okay amount of people in mine. Did they fuck up the trailers? Did you get in to see any of the trailers?
I don't think. I think I got there late, like perfect time.
Because they played the new Silent Hill trailer.
Oh, I did see that.
And then they did the roller coaster, and then they played the Silent Hill trailer again right after. I think the Silent Hill trailer was attached to the movie, but then maybe they had
tacked it on.
They tacked it on, knowing it was the same company. But
it's not a good enough trailer to make me watch Toys.
No, that movie does not look very good.
Great,
no,
which is such a bummer. Because,
I know.
Like, even though and this is totally off topic, but even if I go back and rewatch the first one, which I think is 2006, I can see a lot more flaws in it now than when I used to watch it. But I still think it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
But that second one is not very good.
No.
And then this one, it's almost like a who asked for this, only because so much time has passed. Maybe you could say people asked for it because they were disappointed with the second one. But that was so long ago, I feel like we moved on.
Yeah.
And if you're going to... I mean, this one's based on 2, right? The second game, right? The guy?
The first one's a guy, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
but like...
The third one is the girl. Is it?
So yeah, it's probably I think it's based on 2.
Yeah, because the second movie was kind of based on 3 because they have the girl in it, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and Silent Hill story is
they're cherry
picking. Yeah, but it feels too much like that original one. I wish it was a little more different.
Yeah, and there wasn't anything really in the trailer that.
There's one shot of when like Pyramid Head is reaching his like arm through the cage. It's just a low shot. It's just kind of a good shot, but it just feels like, oh, we gotta have Pyramid Head. We gotta have the weird things without arms, and we're gonna have the nurses. It's just the greatest hits again. Well, we can't make a Silent Hill movie unless we do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
Obviously, but not hype.
Yeah. Steve, you got one last thing you said?
I had one more thing, but then I was on my phone and saw that there's something else I need to do.
Oh, God, here we go.
So the thing I wanted to talk about is the Game Awards happen.
Oh,
and
who cares?
Shout out to... Fuck off. Claire's Obscura...
33? Yeah, Expedition 33.
However you say it.
Yeah. Good on them.
Swept which is pretty crazy
Yeah.
from just being like a small studio with a small budget that made, a very super successful game. So good on them. I haven't played it yet, but I plan to one day. Um,
Did you see Hideo Kojima's supposed reaction to it winning? I know I told you about it.
Hmm.
no, I don't care about the guy at all. But
Oh, well, no, it was just kind of funny. I was just gonna say, no, I just wanted to say because then you can keep saying whatever you're saying, but lots of sayings. But there was like a meme reaction of him supposedly to it winning, and he kind of just like scoffs because he had Death Stranding, but I don't know if it was edited, but it was pretty funny. I thought.
Yeah.
well, I tried playing Death Stranding, and that game fucking sucked. So I didn't.
I hear,
I didn't
but
bother with two. I
I
hear two's
hear.
better though.
Well, no, I hear with the first one, like, yeah, it kind of sucks for the first 4 hours, but once you get past that 4 hours, the last 20 are amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I even played 4 hours. I think I got like 2 hours in. I was like,
Mhm.
this balancing of like delivery box
Yeah.
mechanic is terrible. So I immediately stopped. Um, but there was a trailer for Larian's new game called Divinity, which I guess is part of like the Divinity franchise, which is nothing I know nothing about it, but they're the team that made Baldur's Gate 3,
Okay.
and they're like, this is so much bigger than Baldur's Gate 3. And it's like the biggest game ever made. It's like, holy shit, like Baldur's
Damn.
Gate 3 was fucking massive.
Yeah.
So, and the trailer is like super fucked up and like intense. Like they burn a man alive and people are fucking and eating gross stuff and everyone's watching. And then, like, I don't know, it was a really violent trailer. So I'm excited for that, whatever that is.
Yeah.
But the new thing that I just found out on my phone, it looks like Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered in their home
No,
by
I
a
think
knife
it
wound.
was. I thought it was two people were killed in Rob Reiner's home.
No, it's Rob Reiner.
It is Rob
Him
Reiner.
and his wife. Yeah,
Wow.
Um,
yeah.
Damn.
So
Do we know who?
no. Well, there's one site. People Magazine said it was their son, but all the other articles and stuff that I saw, they're just like they're talking to him or no arrests have been made. The police are investigating. I mean, it just all this is coming to light like 2 hours ago. But yeah, Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered in their home,
Damn.
which is crazy.
Damn.
wow.
So
R.I.P.
anyway,
Anywho,
let's
any
talk
other
about
cool
stuff.
video game trailers? All
I
right.
watched a couple, but nothing that was
It's
just like
yeah.
blew my
There's going to be a
mind.
new Mega Man. Cool.
Yeah.
There's another Control that
The
looks pretty
Control,
interesting,
yeah.
but I'm
Oh,
gonna
Control!
play.
Yeah, I'll play
The
Control.
Old Republic.
Yeah. Star Wars: Old Republic.
Did you
Cool.
play Knights of the Old Republic?
Nope.
Okay, neither did I. But everyone's like, it's the Star Wars game.
They're
Yeah.
great, but not if you don't like turn-based.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's turn-based. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a twist on it, but I don't think you would like it.
Yeah. So maybe they'll switch it up.
Oh,
Maybe
for sure.
maybe it will just be another RPG. Who knows?
Yeah, it won't be like that. I doubt.
Okay, well, let's talk about it. Welcome to Derry, Chapter 1, Season 1. I know we talked a little bit about it at the very, very beginning, our initial thoughts, but I don't think Pennywise was even out, made his appearance yet.
Yeah, I think we talked after the first two episodes,
Yeah.
and then haven't talked about it since. So Ben, what did you think of the show?
You know what? I really like this show. It's not a perfect show, but I had a good time. I looked forward to watching every episode. There's good stuff in every episode. There is some things that I didn't quite love. Some, like when Marge gets the parasites in her eyes, I thought they were kind of silly.
Mhm.
It's a gross idea, but I think it looked kind of goofy. But then you do the birthing, that's pretty horrific and disgusting. I I would maybe even go as far as say it's better than It Chapter 1. I think It Chapter 1 is nice and tight, and I really like those kids more than these kids, but we get so much more story, and we get so much more Pennywise, and a lot of really great deaths. I had a great time. Not my favorite of the year, but if I made a top 10 of the year for TV, it may be on there.
All right. I did not really care about the show 6 episodes in. I was like, it's fine. I understand why they had to do a lot of stuff they did because like you're not showing Pennywise and all of his like scares. It's all CGI, digital effect stuff.
Mm.
And like when they're going through the graveyard in like episode 3 or 4, and then
Oh,
like all the ghosts are
yeah,
chasing them, I was like, this looks fucking
that sucked.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like I think all the best stuff was like with Lily, like going through the grocery store and
Mm-hmm.
just like it seems like this never-ending maze,
Yeah.
and they're just like
Creepy
creepy
guys.
guys like popping through
Yeah.
the thing, and then once it's like, oh, her dad is like a squid monster in a jar. It's like that. I understand why that looks gross. And that would be scary to see in real life, but it
Mm-hmm.
just looks so cheap to me,
Oh, I
and
think
not in
that.
like a like these CGI people or the special effects team is like bad. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
like it looks fine. I just think the show really hits its stride and got good once like Pennywise was
Actually
actively
there.
like
Yeah.
all the best scariest stuff is
Mm-hmm.
just him there being creepy
Yeah.
versus just like, oh, here is the demon head baby
Yeah.
gargoyle thing that's eating the
Yeah.
kids. Like none of that stuff really worked for me. I think all the kids in the show are great, and I thought the
Mm-hmm.
first episode was a fun twist of just like, here's the new band of kids, and then you kill all of them but
Yeah.
with two.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was a fun intro, but I would say, what is happening with my throat? I would
You're on a podcast. You're on this podcast, so your throat doesn't work.
I would say that I think it chapter one, the movie, is still the best of all this universe so
Mm-hmm.
far. But by far, this is Bill Skarsgård's best performance. Like
Yeah.
he's so fucking good in this
He's
show.
great.
The kids are great. All the adult stuff I didn't really care for. I mean, I liked Hanlon. I'd happily watch
Mm-hmm.
a Hanlon TV show of just him like doing ghost shit, like
Yeah.
either working at the hotel or like doing
He needs to be on a road trip on his way to the hotel,
yeah.
and he's stopping by town to town doing crazy
Because
psychic
all of the
stuff.
ghost stuff I think
Oh,
worked for
so
me too. Like
good.
so scary
Yeah.
because a lot of that was just like all practical effects. You just
Mm-hmm.
add like glowy eyes or whatever. Like the ghost shit was scary. Pennywise was scary. Everything else was just meh to me. The idea of the military going, we need to keep all of America afraid. To like
Yeah.
the military plot did
Is
not care
so bad.
about.
It
So dumb.
there needed to be some sort of twist on that general of why he was so fucking stupid. Like, do you really like I know we were joking like they were gonna drop a bomb that had Pennywise in it to go attack the Russians or whatever. And
Something.
and it's like I guess this makes more sense of seeing how just having Pennywise around calms the population. I could get the reasoning behind it, but did you really think you could control this dude in any way? There needed to be some sort of twist of like he was affected by Pennywise as a kid, like he got touched by him, and so he's become obsessed.
I mean,
Something.
that's
I mean, he got
sort of the
scared by him, but you would think be like, this thing is scary as fuck. I ain't ever going back to Derry. As soon as he showed up and started remembering everything, he's been like, oh, let's get the fuck out of here. That was awful. But I don't know. I don't buy his motivation. Uh, if anything, it should have been the military accidentally stumbles upon Pennywise and accidentally releases him.
mhm.
Not that's the goal is to release him. It just seems stupid.
And you had Mike's, not Mike, Will's dad, who is the man without fear. And it's like, oh, this is going to come into play
Yeah.
and be like a real big
Yeah.
factor into like, he's going to be the hero character who saves the day because he
Mhm.
has a special ability. It plays zero factor
Yeah.
in this whole thing, other than like, he can be around Penny, but like it never.
But he still like the deadlight shouldn't have worked on him.
Or,
Something.
I mean, that's like an extraterrestrial,
I get it, yeah.
interdimensional power.
But
so,
if
like,
you're
it's
gonna
not-
do something, because I really was waiting for the one-on-one where Pennywise would try to dig deep, find his fear, try to throw everything at him, and it's just not affecting him. But like his buddy he shot his buddy, and it's like it feels like he is scared this whole time. I thought he was the man without fear, and they just don't show it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand if the idea is like he can't feel fear, but he can be worried. Well, it's like it from a visual standpoint, it
Mhm.
doesn't quite work.
Yeah.
But if he has this special ability that no one else has, but it doesn't come into play, and that's
Yep.
the problem.
Yep.
Yeah, so that
Him,
I thought
him and
that was-
Hanlon should have been teaming up. Like, you get into his mind, and I'll face the body. No matter how kind of crazy Pennywise looks, I'll go after him and fight him with my own hands because I'm not scared of that. But
yeah, and then you have the side plot of like Pennywise's not daughter, but like Bob Gray,
Mm-hmm.
who becomes Pennywise,
Periwinkle.
yeah, his daughter Periwinkle, uh, like wants to help him do like she helps all these people. She causes all these people to die so
So
she could see her dad, who like she has to know
that's
is
not
like a
him.
crazy
Yeah,
thing that's like
you saw him 27 years ago kill a little girl behind a door, and you
yeah.
still thought it was your dad after that. And then what changed? She's like, "Daddy, Daddy!" He cuts that butcher's or her husband's head off. He's eating it, and she's still like, "Come on, Dad, let's embrace."
Just
Like,
tell me you're proud of me.
yeah,
And it's
like,
like what?
and then
What are you
eventually she
doing?
just goes like, sees him drooling a little bit, and is like, "Wait a minute, my dad don't drool. That's not you." Like, you just saw him eat a man's head. Yeah,
Yeah, there's some really wild choices in the show.
yeah.
Um, which so altogether, like if this show doesn't come back, I won't be upset. But
Mm-hmm.
after these past two episodes, I'm like, I'll watch another season.
Yeah.
Because from the moment episode 7 starts with like all those dudes setting fire to the black spot and just this like long like oneers in the flaming plate and
Mm-hmm.
the building that's on fire and everyone's screaming and there's ghosts here and Pennywise is eating people's faces and stuff
Mm-hmm.
and then he comes out with like a cartoonishly large cleaver, like just all great stuff because the last two episodes are just Pennywise, Pennywise, Pennywise,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when it's the best. Give me more Pennywise, less like whatever
Yeah.
the fuck they're doing over here.
Yeah.
So
And with the fire, the whole time it goes on a little long. Like, all right, you all would have died from
It's
smoke
not a big
inhalation,
place.
and Marge being in the thing, you would have died of asphyxiation. Why aren't there more? Why wasn't Richie charred the fuck up? You know, if we had seen like the fire department rolling in as everybody's leaving, all the racist people are leaving, I could maybe believe it. But we see it, it's morning, they're still putting out the fire, and then they rescue Marge, like, she's dead. But
yeah,
whatever.
I'm willing to let that
Yeah.
stuff go, even though I'm with you on it, because we are watching a show about an interdimensional clown who
Yeah.
eats children,
Yeah.
for fun. But then, so let's get to the final episode.
Sure.
A lot of fun,
Mm-hmm.
scary floating kids,
Mm-hmm.
Skarsgård's killing it. Nice little like charming moment of Richie coming back as a ghost to help
Yeah.
his friends defeat the monster. Loved all that.
But you're right, it is kind of like marvelly, big set piece where they all got to band together to do it, which makes sense for this, but it almost felt a little too big. I like
Mhm.
that in It Chapter 2, it is just like 5 people underground fighting a clown, you know?
Yeah.
This is like the whole town's involved, and there's all these kids, and the military,
Military's
and
here,
and
yeah.
the snow, and it's
There's
so big.
usually there's one giant beam at the end of a movie and a
Ah,
Marvel thing, but now there's 18 giant
yeah.
beams going up in the sky. But still a ton of fun. And but there is a part where we find out, oh, a twist is Marge is Richie from It Chapter One's mom,
Mm-hmm.
and Pennywise can see the future and the past. He like sees all time at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, but so he knows he's going to be defeated. So he wants to eat Marge, so he doesn't get defeated.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't work, and so like now he's just gonna go back in time to try and stop them from.
I don't know
I
if he
don't get
can
what the fuck is happening there.
adjust, like, oh, I'm going to kill you, and then it changes the time. I think more like if he goes back and he killed Marge's parents, well, that fucks up the space time continuum, and maybe it all just goes kablooey. And, he was talking about, like, don't push it too hard or it'll pop. Maybe that's something. Like, if I go back and I fuck with how time is supposed to work, everything just gets undone, and I
Yeah.
win that way. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I never read the book, and I'm not up on my Pennywise lore and what this thing can and can't do. I don't know if this is a thing that's made up for the show that they're using as
Yeah.
like a storytelling thing
Yeah.
for the coming seasons that are all prequels apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Which like, okay, I can get behind that as long as that like makes sense with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that as of yet. I mean, we just finished watching it like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Um,
And I don't want it to be the same. Yes, he goes after kids, but I don't need another group of kids. It's a different time. Let's
you're
do
gonna have to have the
something.
kids. There's no way
You could have some kids, but do something a little different than just like these precocious, cute ones that you like. Change it up enough that we're not just doing the same thing every single season. Oh, when we first talked about this, and we were discussing in episode 1 with the family in the car, like, did they exist? And I was like, well, they found that car underground, so that's them. I was wrong. That's not the family car. All that stuff, that was just Pennywise fucking with that kid. That car is what's going to happen in the next season. There's some gang that I guess like did shootouts, like drive-by shootings, and that was part of their gang. Like they eventually died by being shot in that car. So that was just like a tease for next season.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And that's a problem for next season and the third is we saw Pennywise origins. We saw a lot of native stuff. We saw Periwinkle and her dad, disappearing. We saw a lot of things that you would think would be big things in those seasons.
Yeah.
And now are we going to see Periwinkle and her things and why she decided to stay and leave the circus? Like, is she a main character now, or is that just something that happened? I know we have the Easter egg hunt where there was the explosion and killed a bunch of kids, so that's something to look forward to next season.
It also just feels like the stakes after this big event, it feels like the stakes would have to be so much smaller.
They better be.
Because, like, obviously the stakes are high because you're trying to defeat this monster clown thing, but after this season, like, we have the fog and the beams in the sky and the big final battle and everything, and then but in the movies that was all small action set pieces. So like if we were going back in time to like gangsters or whatever, which like
it's 1935,
like that could be cool, but just we know Pennywise is going to survive. We know he's not going to be defeated in any special way, because why would he be defeated the same way again? You can't do that.
He'll just go to sleep.
He'll just go to sleep. So, like, what is the story there that you
and it's like,
find interesting?
Now it's so-and-so's parents. Like, are we doing just that again? Everyone's parents, everyone's lineage. And I don't want that. I want some fun story that takes place in Derry, leading up to the Ironworks explosion. And that's it. That could be the season where, like, Pennywise just goes fucking nuts, has a great time, he wins, goes back to sleep. He doesn't have to be defeated, because he got defeated this time, he gets defeated the next time, and then the time after that. So, like, he needs a win.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
I don't really have anything else to say.
Nick, you got any 2 cents you want to throw in?
Well, not really. I mean, you guys covered a lot of stuff. I would agree with Steve for the most part. Like, I was interested in the show, but I didn't really truly care until these last couple episodes. But I'm sure that's like, that's not a original thought. I'm sure that's a lot of people's sentiment, because they're much more stakes and all the money went into these last few episodes for sure. So, it's good though. I'll watch more.
Yeah.
For sure. And
I bet we'll get, like, in the next one, Carrie's mom. She'll be one of the kids or something, and maybe some Dreamcatcher stuff. Who knows? Like,
he's gonna come back 27 years. Is that what it was?
1935.
And then that's what year?
No, next one's 35. This one is 62. Then it's 89.
So the next one,
and then 2017. Yeah.
So it's confirmed he's going back, or I thought we were just hearing them talk about him.
No, it's not necessarily we're watching him travel back in time. We are going back 27 years and just watching what happened at that time. I'm sure he'll mention something about it, but like, we're just going backwards instead of starting in the 1900s and moving up. We're just,
So that next season, part 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
This said chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2 is going to be
1935.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then 09 or 08. I think 1908. I think.
Oh, so there's going to be 3 chapters.
Yeah, that was like the plan from the start. Yeah.
Okay, so normally I am more informed, but I did not know this. In fact, I didn't even know that it was 8 episodes until 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just like one of those things. Like, I feel like it almost came out of nowhere for me, at least. I didn't know a ton about it. Next thing I know, it's like 2 months from now. There's a teaser for it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll watch that. So I never bothered to like look more into it. But okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
All right. Anything else, Steve?
Beverly shows up at the end. Who cares?
Yeah, it's just a way to tie it together.
Whatever.
We'll get another one. Just at the end of next season, we'll have a tied up Will or something like that. You know, one of them. But
All right, well, we're gonna say bye to Nick because
bye,
he hasn't seen
Nick.
our next
Nick hasn't seen
topic.
the main topic, so we
Yeah.
gotta say bye.
See you guys.
All right, so the spoilers. The killer was. We're gonna talk about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out story. A
Knives Out mystery?
Knives Out mystery. Yeah, I know Ryan Johnson isn't too happy with that. He just just wants it to be.
From a marketing perspective,
You got it. You know, it's just like with Welcome to Derry. It's called Welcome to Derry. If you just said Welcome to Derry, not everybody knows what that is, so you got to throw it. It should be like Pennywise presents It's Welcome to Derry. So the third Knives Out movie, directed and written by Ryan Johnson.
starring Daniel Craig as
Benoit
Benoit
Blanc.
Blanc.
Yeah. One of the greatest new characters that we've had in a long time. He's fun. We got, I don't know the guy's name from Challengers is our other lead.
Josh O'Connor.
Glenn Close. We got
Kerry Washington, Andrew Scott, Thomas Hayden Church,
Yep.
and others.
Yeah. Hawkeye.
Oh, Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner. Yeah. So another stacked cast, and that's just what they do in these. Quick thoughts, I'd say. I think I like last cast better. I think they were a more fun bunch, like Batista and Goldie Hawn's kid. And this one is a good cast, but I'm not as impressed. But I like this mystery much better than Glass Onions.
Yeah, so real quick, the mystery is a Monsignor of a church in New York is, murdered, and everyone believes it's the new priest that has joined his
A
parish,
hotshot young priest.
who was clearly did not like him and his fanatical group of suspects that this movie has, and
has a past where he did kill someone.
Yeah. So it's up to, but Benoit Blanc is just like, you're going to team up with me, kid, and we're going to see who really committed this murder that couldn't possibly be committed.
Yeah.
This is impossible to solve case.
Mm-hmm. And if you compare this one to the first Knives Out mystery is so simple.
Mm-hmm.
A little switcheroo of medicine is what caused it, and that's that. And this one is very involved, very, very involved. The thing with the first two, I couldn't guess the answer. The mystery of what was happening, and that's with a lot of say Agatha Christie's stuff. You're not gonna figure it out. You just kind of have to wait and see. But this one, I knew a few things. I knew that the crypt.
Okay. I was just gonna say, I clocked who it was immediately.
Yes.
And then I was like, it can't be that. And then I spent the rest of the movie guessing other things.
Yeah.
And coming up with crazy theories that never came to fruition, because I was like, it just can't be as simple as I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out it was. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I think some of my ideas were better.
I clocked spoilers. I clocked
right in.
Glenn Close.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment, it's just like, nope, you're too faithful to the church, to this person. He's gonna do something fucked up. It's got to be you. I didn't see Jeremy Renner as the other person, but I did know the vault had to be something with the vault. I knew that wasn't going to be him actually resurrected, and it was Thomas Hayden Church. There's
the first 45 or 40 minutes of this movie, you don't even get Benoit Blanc.
Yeah,
it's all just introducing the characters. Josh O'Connor's character is the narrator of the story, and just setting up this world and this cast. And so but once the murder occurred, the second Jeremy Renner was Josh O'Connor was going to touch a thing, he's like, don't touch that. I was like, okay, Jeremy Renner's involved.
Okay.
He's changing something in the scene.
Sure.
And then when Glenn Close goes,
and pushes
I was like, okay, those two are in cahoots together.
Okay.
But I just don't know in what regard and how.
Yeah.
And then as the movie goes on, because there's still 2 hours left, or hour and a half, whatever, more info comes to light and they're revealing like character reveals and stuff and new information, and then I'm like, okay, then that happens at the very beginning, so that
Mm-hmm.
must be a red herring to something else.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I'm so for example, it is revealed that this one like rage baiting viral video making guy who like tried to get into politics but failed.
They do that character in each one. There's
Yeah.
always a right wing piece of shit in all three of these movies.
Well, all three movies are basically just like rich people are bad,
Yeah.
and
They're all
they're all
scumbags.
scumbags. These Knives Out films are very anti-capitalism,
Yeah.
and then what comes with that. Uh, but he is the son of Josh Brolin's character. Well, we didn't say Josh Brolin at the beginning.
Yeah,
of this,
yeah.
And he's like the big guy in it. He is Josh Brolin's
Illegitimate son.
illegitimate son. And so you're just like, oh, well, what's this going to be? Oh, he's like going to inherit this fortune that may be buried somewhere around this area. And I was like, okay, well, we know that Jeremy Renner's wife left him. I I
I
thought
thought, yeah.
okay, so well, we see like Kerry Washington's dad who like found this young man, and so I was like, okay, well, I think Jeremy Renner's wife was having an affair with Josh Brolin's character in the
Yes.
past that had this child.
Uh-huh.
And then so Jeremy Renner like killed her or she ran away, whatever. And so that is what Jeremy Renner is upset about. Is like
Mhm.
he fucked my wife, so I'm gonna kill him.
Yes.
And so that was my big theory. And then when there's the resurrection, and then you find Jeremy Renner's body in the acid, I was like, no, 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 that's not Jeremy Renner. That's his wife who's melted down, and it's like that's him
Ah,
faking the thing.
okay.
Like I had that theory,
Mm-hmm.
and
See, I thought about like his wife too, but then I kind of forgot about it because I thought she left him to be with Monsignor, and then that's when they had the kid. Like, well, that the timeline doesn't match
yeah,
up.
and I was pitching this to my wife too, who watched it with me, and she's like, "That doesn't make any sense." It's like they had two kids together. They said they moved to Tucson. What happened to their two kids? I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, I don't even remember that
Yeah,
line."
it had to have been like something that happened so long
Yeah,
ago.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I think at first she initially thought like, oh, they're having an affair recently. Like, no, no, they had an affair before she met Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. And that's why they chose this church. Maybe
yeah,
she's
yeah.
trying to rekindle it.
or whatever it is. And then I thought, oh well, we see these flashbacks of Kerry Washington's dad being real buddy buddy with Josh Brolin, but we have no real connection. It was like and then I thought, like, you have Jeffrey fucking Wright in this movie? You're not going to use him? I thought Jeffrey Wright might have been good friends with Josh Brolin.
Okay.
And when there was this priest at the beginning who, like, punched a guy, it was like, oh, we have this plan to get this diamond or whatever. I'm going to send this, like, kid who has a violent past here because we can blame him. I thought Jeffrey Wright was going to come back and be like, I'm part of this. I'm Kerry Washington's dad.
Okay.
That's how she has a connection with the church. I was
Yeah.
a lawyer in my former life, and I said, like, all my ideas, I'm like, this is how you fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, nope, Glenn Close just really was into, like, religion, and Jeremy Renner was just, like, her in to get the diamond or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So
And
I was kind of bummed that was actually how it was solved.
Yeah.
Or the truth.
I thought for a moment all of them were going to be in on it. Very much a or Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah. Or the one ending of Clue. Where,
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so Kaylee Spaney? What's her name?
Kaylee Spaney.
Spaney. Like, she was going to be in on it because once they cashed the diamond, she could get all of her money back that she donated. The book writer, Andrew Scott, would have a new good story to tell.
And have the money to finance
and have the money to finance it. And, like, everybody could have, like, been in on it. But, no. Just two people.
And I think I think that's my biggest problem with this movie. I mean, I'll say this. I enjoyed myself in this movie.
Yes.
That I think this is a great franchise where, like, I don't want to say I love any of them deeply, but I enjoy all of them.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the mysteries and trying to figure it out, and they always keep me guessing throughout, and I've never, like, gotten it right.
Yeah. Even like in the first one, I remember going, well, it's not going to be Chris Evans. He's America's sweetheart. Everybody loves him. And I'm like, well, there's egg on my face.
Yeah. Um, so I would say I don't really even remember Knives Out 2 that well, to be honest.
Glass
Like
Onion.
Glass Onion,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember enjoying it, and I remember liking the cast, and I think the cast was a lot more bigger names
Hmm.
than this. This is all kind of like, oh, those are those actors from those
Except
things,
Glenn Close.
except for no. Well, I think a lot of younger people don't really know who
Okay,
Glenn Close
sure.
is. At best, you go like, oh, Kerry Washington in this, and
Yeah.
obviously Josh Brolin
Like,
is
oh,
a big
that's
name.
Thanos. Oh, that's Hawkeye.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's Aliens.
But I feel like I remember everyone in the other movies having way more to do,
Hmm.
where there's like four characters in this that essentially have just a couple lines and
Yeah.
do nothing. They're
Hmm.
there to just be extra suspects, but they add nothing to the overall
Yeah.
mystery or
Like Andrew Scott
story.
is pointless
Andrew
in
Scott is
this.
pointless.
Yeah.
Kerry Washington has a little bit to do.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner has very few lines, but at least he is involved with the murders.
Hmm.
Uh, the who else is in it? Thomas Hayden Church,
Yeah.
who like is involved, but also has like two lines in the whole fucking movie.
Hmm.
There's just you bring in this big cast, and it's like, oh, these great actors are in this, but they don't really have anything to do. Like Jeremy
Hmm.
Renner, I know this was his first movie back after his accident, but
Hmm.
like he's barely acting in this,
Yeah.
and that's like me like coming at him. It's just
Yeah.
like there's just nothing for him
He
to
just has to
do.
be sad and kind of drunk.
Yeah. Um, so I think this is the weakest cast of the three movies.
Hmm.
But I agree with you where like I really enjoyed this mystery, and I think Josh O'Connor is great in
Yeah.
this. And I think I'm trying to remember, like obviously he's kind of had a sidekick in all of them. I
Hmm.
don't really remember Janelle Monáe
Yeah.
being all that involved, but like I think the first two movies are very much Benoit Blanc movies with
Hmm.
side characters.
Yeah.
This is a Josh O'Connor movie with Benoit Blanc in it,
Yeah.
and I think it really works. I really
Hmm.
liked his what this movie had to say. The other movies are just like rich people are fucking assholes and they're bad. This movie's like rich people are fucking assholes and they're bad. But what if we don't go, hey, uh, you're a bad person. You need to be punished.
Hmm.
Oh, you're a bad person. Hope maybe I can save you if I'm here to like listen to you and care about you. Like the church isn't for the church is for everybody,
Hmm.
and this is our chance to like do good and change the things we don't like about ourselves. And I really like those ideas. I wish they were dived into a little bit more
Sure.
versus just like you know rich people going after money again.
Hmm.
But I had a great time. I think this is I've liked all of Ryan Johnson's stuff. I know a lot of people don't love The Last Jedi. Is that
Last Jedi.
the
Yeah.
last? Yeah. Some people like it. Some people don't. Some people are just like whatever. It was a Star Wars movie. I had a good time anyway. I think there's some interesting things in that
Sure.
movie though. But other than that, I think I've liked every. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but obviously Brick is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Cornelius
Looper.
Bloom. Looper's awesome. All of these movies are a good time.
Hmm.
Uh, so I so yeah, I think that my another issue I have with this movie though is it's just direction wise. I don't think there's a lot of fun stuff.
Mm.
Not that he's ever been like a super flashy filmmaker, but I feel like there's always like some to his work. I think the best shot in this movie is the picture thing where they're like lifting up the picture of the bar and
Oh,
putting it down,
okay,
and like the
sure.
guy who's like the bartender is in the exact same position. It looks
Yeah.
the same, but I don't know. I thought that was a fun little
I think
shot.
I liked a lot of the lighting in
Oh,
this.
the
There was a
lighting is
lot
yeah.
of natural light coming through either the trees or the windows, and clouds passing over when it's heavily raining. It just looked very fancy.
Yeah, I like all that stuff in the church. I think really works. And I mean, you can say it's a little bit heavy-handed, where Josh O'Connor's making this impassioned speech about like kindness or Christ or whatever, and then the light shines down on him. It's very like
Hmm.
heavy-handed that way, but I think it's so genuine and he's so charismatic. I think it works. Um, and there's some fun stuff. Where it's just like Josh O'Connor and Daniel Craig are talking, and then you see the guy like in the distance as it's
Oh
raining in the
yeah.
shadow with the
Hmm.
light and stuff walking around. Like there is good stuff in this, and he always keeps the camera moving in interesting ways. I don't know. Sometimes when I see a movie, I was like, give me something I haven't like really seen before.
Yeah.
Do something interesting with the camera, and it's not super flashy. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
You go. I feel like I've been rambling.
I don't know what else to say. I think you kind of nailed it, Steve.
All right, I'm a genius.
Cool.
I would happily see more Knives Out films.
Sure. I
When it
want to
comes
see
to
Ryan Johnson do something else, though.
yeah, I don't want him to
You
just
could
be
pass this off to other directors.
okay. Yeah. Or at least he can write them. Just
Yeah.
don't direct them
Sure.
or whatever. That's fine because he's busy directing other things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoy this franchise. If this is the last of it, I'm fine with it. If there's more, I'm also fine with it. And let's see. Oh, you know what I think is interesting, and I never saw any of the uh, Hercule Poirot movies
Hmm.
except for the newest one where it was like kind of a ghost story. I forget
Yeah.
which one that's called.
Something in Paris. Death
Uh,
in Paris.
The Haunting in
Haunting
Paris?
in.
No, I don't know if I can remember.
Yeah.
But that was kind of like a horror take on it,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and at the end of that movie, he's like the whole time he's doing the case is like ghosts aren't real. You're not a medium. This is all like an elaborate thing that I just need to figure out. And he does, but at the end, he's like he like is kind of drugged, but he may or may not have seen an actual ghost
Sure.
like get their revenge.
Hmm.
And so you're left at the end of the movie going like, is he a believer?
Yeah.
Where at the end of this movie, Josh O'Connor's like, "Hey, Daniel Craig, do you want or Blanc, do you want to like come in the church and like hear my sermon?" He's like, "I don't want to do that at fucking
Yeah.
all, dude.
That
I
sounds.
only care about fact, truth, and the
Uh.
mystery." And then he fucking leaves. And so I have deep respect for that idea. Not that, like that I'm so like anti-religion, but I
Sure.
just like that a character's like, no, I'm sticking to my core
Yeah.
values because I only care about this thing. Like it didn't need that thing of just like, oh, did Josh O'Connor make Benoit Blanc a believer?
Uh-huh.
No, he was never gonna
He's
do
never
that.
gonna do that. Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it because I really do enjoy religion in movies and when you see the good things because we get constantly the bad things about religion and I'm not a religious person, you're not a religious person, you hate religious people, but I have the mythology and the lore and the you know the traditions and stuff I all find interesting whether I believe in it or not. So Knives Out or Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, I give a B. I'll give it a B plus because I had a good time. I don't think it's the greatest movie I've seen this year by any means, but I had fun.
I gave it. I also gave it a B plus.
Yeah. I was listening to another podcast talk about it. It was like, man, the first like hour of this movie or 45 minutes before Benoit Blanc gets there is so slow. And I was just
I don't
like,
know, but
honestly,
you're getting to know everyone.
honestly, I love the first 45
Yeah.
minutes. I don't like that Benoit didn't show up. Josh Brolin was a real piece of shit in this movie.
Mm-hmm,
And I was really rooting
mm-hmm.
for Josh O'Connor. And the whole time I was like, did he have something to do with it? Like
Yeah.
I was, because the whole movie, I never quite believed he was involved in any way.
Yeah. But when he gets to like, hey, write it all down for me,
And he's like,
and then he's like, yeah, why did you do it? I'm like,
why'd you lie?
yeah. I was like,
Oh, shit, he is
oh.
involved in
And like,
some
oh no,
capacity.
he lied.
Lied to
the-
save the parent.
Yeah.
But I think, oh, and Glenn Close's like death scene I thought was effective. And
Mhm.
just like him holding her and, Benoit Blanc saying, she's dead anyway. She doesn't need to get arrested. Give her last confession
Mhm.
and confess her sins and stuff. And I just thought that scene was very effective.
Yeah.
So good job, Ryan Johnson and cast. Mila Kunis could have been replaced with anybody as
Oh
well.
my
I
god,
forgot
yeah.
about Mila Kunis.
Yeah, she shows up and is like, oh, as a cop, I
Yeah.
don't believe this.
And I have nothing against Mila Kunis, and it's just I feel like she's built her career on comedy, and like I know she did Black Swan and everything.
Mhm.
It just felt like she felt so cartoonish in this movie,
Yeah.
and in a movie where like obviously Benoit Blanc is cartoonish,
Mhm.
but he should be the only cartoonish character.
Yeah.
And then everyone else can be like silly or doofus or like ridiculous
Mhm.
because sometimes those people are those things. But it just felt like Mila Kunis was like a weird casting choice.
Yeah, I think I saw there was a casting that someone dropped out. It was like a Jennifer Lawrence or something like that, but I think even Jennifer Lawrence would be weird in that position.
Yeah, I mean it's such a small role that is really only there to kind of like have higher stakes of just like, oh, will the police arrest Josh O'Connor? But
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know the comedian who he's on the phone with, like at the construction rental company. Like,
I think her name's Bridget Everett or something like that.
sure. Like, if she was the police chief, I'd been like, okay, I buy that.
Yeah.
But Mila Kunis, I don't buy.
Speaking of that scene, I really like that scene
Mm-hmm.
where it's just this person who he's like, I don't want to talk to you because
Yeah.
I just need you to give me the information because I'm trying to
I
like,
don't have time for
I
this
don't have
shit.
time for this. And she's just like, Father, I need to talk to somebody because my mom's dying. And
Mm-hmm.
she's just like crying. And he's like, of course. And then just
Yeah.
like, it's like,
Oh, I forgot. This is
yeah.
my job. This
And
is what I'm
other
supposed
people,
to
like,
do.
yeah, I'm here to help these people,
Yeah.
not just myself. And I really like that scene.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Where do you want to see Benoit Blanc next? In the jungles of the Amazon, on a cruise ship?
I mean, obviously, if we're sticking with the theme of rich people are assholes, I don't think I want to see a cruise ship,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't mind seeing it outside of like America. And I know like they had that island, like they went outside of
To an
America
island,
to an
yeah.
island, but it's not like
It could have been Hawaii, you know.
yeah, there was no like culture there because it was a private
Sure.
island, and the
Sure.
only people on this island were the set of 8 people in the movie.
Yeah.
Uh, but get Benoit Blanc in another culture, maybe have like a, you know, diverse cast of,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
you have some vacationers and some locals, and this rich Jeff Bezos type character gets murdered, and it's like, was it the townspeople who he was displacing to
Yeah.
build some factory
Yep.
here? Was it his, maid who he was like maybe do something
His
there, but
young
then
wife
just
trying to get his money, you know.
is there something, you know, is Benoit Blanc only really good in America and solving
Sure.
crimes here?
Yeah, does he
Because
know about...
he knows American people and how they
Mm-hmm.
operate, but like when he's taken outside of his element, what kind of stuff could that add to it?
Yeah,
Could be
okay.
interesting. Now, what country that is,
Who
who's to
knows,
say?
yeah. Feels like a Mexico sort of thing.
I would think like somewhere South America.
Yeah.
Get him like hot and
Sweating in that suit.
maybe there's he gets like a tree frog poison in him that knocks him out and it's making him disoriented, and there's a lot of other factors he has to deal with.
The first thing I thought of was I would have loved to see him in The Hateful Eight, being stuck in a snowy cabin with a bunch of assholes and just like kind of reading all of them. So, what if it was like a ski lodge with a bunch of hoity-toity people, an avalanche happens, someone's dead, and like, well, we got no place to go. Let's solve this mystery.
Yeah, because we've gotten just like, I'm going to say upstate New York, even though I don't know where it's at in the first movie.
Connecticut.
Yeah, just some
northeast.
Anywhere USA.
Yeah.
And then in the second one, Private Island, and this one,
it is New York.
It is New York.
Yeah.
So let's get them someplace fancy or ridiculous. A little exciting.
Or Rian Johnson did say he was not opposed to a Muppets Knives Out.
We do have a puppet.
We do have a
Sesame Street version now.
Well, true, yeah, and that was like one of our third episodes was just like Muppet versions, and we pitched that. But he did respond like, "Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea." So
it'll never happen.
Probably not.
I think it'd be fun.
You could do a Disney Plus 45-minute specialty, a very special Benoit Blanc Christmas, and
who killed Kermit?
Yeah. All right, cool. Next week, big week. We have the CG animated movie David.
Ooh.
Yeah, everybody's excited for that. We have The Housemaid.
Maybe, okay.
I'll watch it. We got the SpongeBob SquarePants or the SpongeBob movie, The Search for SquarePants, and then the big one, Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
Gotta set aside 4 hours of my day to
it's good. It's 3 hours and 15 minutes, but with trailers and everything, it's a big one. So yeah, tune in for that, and then that will probably be our last episode until the beginning of the year when we do our breakdowns of everything. So prepare your calendars. If you want to get in contact with us, we are at WRPLpodcast@gmail.com. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. As always, I'm Ben.
And I'm Steve.
And keep consuming.